Lawrence D. Branham.
And what branch of the service?
I was in the Army.
And were you drafted? Or did you
Yes, sir, I was drafted.
What year was that?
1943. World War II, but yep.
Where did you do basic training at? Where'd you do basic training at?
I did my basic in Fort Benning, Georgia, Charleston, South Carolina, and I was did some in Tennessee, Tullahoma, Tennessee, then back to Augusta, Georgia. Well, see, I was in Augusta, Georgia, and Fort Benning, Georgia. So back and forth.
Remember when you went over to Europe? When that was? Do you remember when you went over to Europe?
I went to Europe in 1943. We left New York City in 43, I think it's in October, and we was on the ship Aquitaina. It's supposed to have been a transport ship. It's supposed to be the third largest ship in the U.S. of A. And we was on the Atlantic Ocean 14 days, and we arrived in Glasgow, Scotland. And so we got there and we started debarking. And so you unload at night. And when it started getting day, you close up the hatch and you got to sit there till the next day. And this ship, I think it would take us about 3 days to unload the ship. Then after you unloaded, then they take us and start assigning us to barracks. And then you got your outfit, and it went from there.
What infantry division were you in? What division were you in?
I was in the Quartermaster Battalion, 1375. I was on the red ball and the whole ammo for the infantry and everybody, and the 82nd Airborne Division, the whole parachutes and stuff like that, and I hauled a few dead bodies, and that was it. Back and forth, back and forth. I was on the Autobahn. Yeah.
And what cities were you in?
I was in England. I was in London. I was in Newmarket, England. I was in this other little town, Leicestershire, Bama Bridge, and I was in England, and Hitler was sending those robots from France, dropped them over in Germany. And so after we kind of got everything squared away, we left England and went to France on across the English Channel, and we had on the LST, and we had I think it's 40-some trucks on this LST, and some parts of the English Channel is narrower than others. We went on with 18 miles to tell us. We were going to Normandy, but we was a week late because over there it's a lot of fog. And Eisenhower was the ETO commander, and he said, delayed because you can't see, and he didn't want to, lose a lot of troops. So after we got there, we couldn't go but so far because a lot of ships had been hit, and they was in the channel. So we got off the LST and walked, I guess, about 50 yards. Then the water come up to your waist, and Sergeant said, Gunner Sergeant said, keep those pieces dry. Then we stopped and we got on. The Navy had amphibians, we call them. That's a vehicle that run on land and water. So we got in that and we hit the beachhead and.
Was that on D-Day then? Was that on D-Day then? Or
No,
after?
After D-Day.
After D-Day?
Yeah, it was about, I guess about a week behind or 2 weeks, after D-Day, But it was still some Germans up there, and you could see them up there in the pill box. They was up, and we was coming in here. And they tell us before we got there, the British bombers, they had dropped two 500-pound bombs on this whatever it's at. But and then even down phase, they was still, you could see them up there walking around like that with the guns in their hands.
What's your most memorable experience? What's your most memorable experience?
Well, we was in, I think it was in, we was in Bama Bridge, I think it was. Anyway, they was sending those robots over. And see, when the robot, it's nothing but a 500-pound bomb. And when they put this fuel in it, and when the frames are yellow, blue, it's okay. When they get yellow and it's getting ready to cut off, it's bop, 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 bop. Then you don't know where it's gonna fall. It might go this way or that way or go straight down. So you got to, try to keep yourself together and find your foxhole or trench to get into when they hit the ground.
What do you think of honor flight? What do you think of honor flight?
I had a nice time. I just came back and we was up there 22nd of last month, and it was I would say the best experience of my life. I heard a lot of talk about the Pentagon and the way it got hit and the cemeteries and so that really, after you see all them tombstones, that make kind of get to you, you know what I'm saying? And I got a chance to see the Kennedy grave and the Joe Louis and all of the big dignitaries. And one of my friends, he was in Europe with me. He's buried in the cemetery. He was a fighter pilot. He got shot down in Germany. And so I lost two of my comrades. I lost two comrades in Germany and one in the South Pacific. In 1945, I was in Hanoi, Germany, and we was getting ready to go to the South Pacific because everything in Germany was just about straightened out. And so the gunnery sergeant, he called us out, I guess about 4 o'clock in the morning. He said, put the field pack on your back, lock our doors, and turn out the lights. Because we didn't know what's going to happen. Then he said, he got up on this big platform. He said, we got good news and bad news. He said, the good news, they just dropped the atomic bomb in Hiroshima. And the good news, you don't have to go. So you can go back to your bag. We said, bam, 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 bam.